Art Speaks is a community event. It's free and open to the public. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's voice is welcome in the space. In this space at Art Speaks, there's no one voice more important than another. When I got this idea, this divide between UF and the community, and I wanted to bridge that. Sought out to have a platform, went out into the community, exploring the poetry community with the help of some good folks down at the Civic Media Center, and I found out that the poetry community was all fragmented. And I'm like, oh man, it'd be a great idea to get all these different voices under one roof for just a celebration of poetry and all these different voices. That's how Art Speaks was founded. Coming up, we're gonna have our very first CMC Poetry Jam at the Harn Museum. So that's a community event bringing the poetry community together with UF to host an event there at the Harn. So one of the things that I wanted to do when we founded Art Speaks was bring together those two communities, the university community and the town folk, so to speak. We have a youth component called Art Speaks Courageous Young Voices that we host normally in the spring, early part of March, which is just young people or teenagers, giving them a platform for a safe space for expression. I want to say I'm just thankful to the City of Gainesville, in particular the City of Gainesville Parks, Recreation and Cultural Affairs, for supporting Art Speaks for all of these years. Very important that we have support from the city municipality. You can go to artspeaksgnv.org, our website. You can find information about this upcoming event at the Thomas Center, our 10th anniversary event. Upcoming events like the Youth Poet Laureate program that we're rolling out this year, and the Poetry Festival that's coming up in the spring of 2023.
Smooth Flavor is a dance group here in Gainesville, and it was created out of me teaching children, and then their children wanted me to teach their parents. So the parents wanted to learn to dance, and I don't really have a background in dance, so my instructor, who was my mentor in Houston at the time, he allowed me to take his name, being Smooth Flavor, and that's kind of how Smooth Flavor became 6 years ago.
We are a group of mostly members made up of 30 to 70 age range. We come together to dance. We have 4 dances that we are predominantly that we do. One is line dancing, DFW, swing out, which originated out in Texas, Chicago style stepping from Chicago, and also urban ballroom, which originated in the city of Detroit.
We have a family and friends day once a month at Bo Diddley that is growing. There are young people, there are older people, all ages. So it's called Family and Friends for a reason. I'm just so grateful that the community, the city, and Bo Diddley Plaza has allowed us to become a part of the family. So we love it.
Soul Cafe is something that we do on a Thursday. We come here, we put the music on, and we allow our members or anyone from the outside who's not a member of our Smooth Flavor to come in and express themselves through dance. We're at the Rosa B. Williams Center, which is a beautiful cultural facility. It's open to anyone. There's not a charge. And then other times we're just having a social dance.
We are on Facebook under Smooth Flavor Dance Gainesville. We can also be found on Instagram, Smooth Flavor GNV, and also under Wanda Lloyd. I think Smooth Flavor Gainesville is an organization that is inviting to everyone. And we want to continue to be welcoming and open, and we hope that everybody gives us a try and count to 8 and learn to dance.
Why are most figure models young, thin, able-bodied, cisgender, white women, and nobody else, with a few exceptions? Figure on Diversity is an artistic research initiative that began as a workshop that was geared toward increasing access to representation in studio art and art education. Specifically, I look at figure models, and those are the folks who pose often nude for art classes and who get represented in all kinds of art. I investigate access barriers that keep folks who belong to other identities from becoming represented in art spaces. Figure drawing in the parks is a free, all materials provided experience that you can show up to at Depot Park or Bo Diddley Plaza, wherever we happen to be drawing that day. We often have people who have no idea that the drawing event was happening, who are off to play Frisbee or walk their dog, and they show up and say, hey, what's this? And they join in. I'm a figure drawing instructor, so I always offer, if anybody is the kind of person who would feel more comfortable with instruction, I'm able to provide that. Most of my instruction is about redefining what it means to have a successful drawing experience. I think that a lot of folks folks who don't have artistic training become anxious at the idea of how could I possibly do this if I'm not going to make something successful? That it is about the experience and it is about observation and it's about being in community together with the model in collaboration. To just make it about care, really. It's about how empowering it is to be seen and what a gift it is to see someone in those kinds of spaces. I also run online events that are internationally attended. I'm working on a guidebook series. I'm working on a series of sculpted busts that will be used in classrooms to expand teaching materials to include more kinds of bodies. So if you're interested in representation in art spaces, even if you're not down to come to an outdoor figure drawing event for any reason, do look me up. I'm on Instagram and I have a website. It's all Figure on Diversity. There you can see all of the various things we do, whether it's past events, whether it's creation of educational resources and workshops, upcoming events here in Gainesville. Everything should be on that website. You can also find us on Instagram at Figure on Diversity.